Hello and welcome to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We've had some technical issues here to start. 40 seconds down, first quarter. Bearcats Navigators, quite the game going on, 9-10. A low-scoring game as we're still trying to get everything all set up. We've been running back and forth, but I am joined here, Color Man.
Kyler Madsen.
As we will call this game. A little technical issues, we're sorry about that. We thought we had everything up and running, but I guess we did not. We double, maybe even triple checked, but you know, accidents happen. But coming into this game, Bearcats coming in 8-5 on the year, 4-2 at home. Lincoln North Star Navigators 10-2, 7-0 at home. That is a very impressive record, but they're 3-2 on the road, and that is a tough task here in Kearney, because Kearney, it's a tough environment to play in.
Especially when the pink out is going on, as we are supported by Kearney Tackles Cancer, an organization founded by somebody who is from Kearney, but
Redmonds.
Redmonds,
Yes.
He's a supporter and the co-owner of Kearney Tackles Cancer organization.
As that will end the first quarter, we're just going to stay right here. We're just going to keep talking because we've missed almost a whole quarter of play.
Yeah.
Which that is not very fun, but it is 9-10, very low scoring game here in the quarter. And Kyler, you brought it up pregame. What did you notice?
That on the Navigator side, they only have no seniors, and Kearney High has 8. That's a surprising number because it's just looking like the Nebraska volleyball team. No seniors, but a lot of juniors coming out on this Navigators team.
You made that volleyball analogy, as there are 20 seconds left in between the first and second quarter. We didn't have a pregame show, as we are now joined by Mr. Hewitt Moyer. We didn't have a pregame show here. If you're just joining, we started a minute ago because we were having some technical issues, so we haven't had a pregame show. So to start off our pregame show, I was just going to talk about some of the stats that I had. Harley Strock and Kenny Gardner, they're going to lead the way for the Bearcats in that absence of Kelsey Hatcher.
That absence has been big, and we've seen it in the last couple matchups. Libby Province having to run the point guard for the Bearcats. So look for some of these seniors, look for Pocock to lean on them to lead the Bearcats here.
And then also for Lincoln North Star, they have 0 seniors on their varsity roster. Actually, they have 8 players on their varsity roster, which that's the same amount of seniors that Kearney High has.
That's crazy. Definitely a young team, and they've been playing really good ball lately. 10-2 on the season.
Oh, yes, indeed, as that is rebounded by Milan. We're going to kickstart second quarter action here in Kearney as that pass is tip away. I need to learn numbers now. And it will be Libby Province. Gets laid out, but will not get the foul. But once again, Libby Province, freshman point guard. She's been doing pretty good, averaging about 4, maybe 5 points a game, as she just stepped into that role about a month ago.
Yeah, and really just taking a big step forward here for the Bearcats. I mean, her older sister, Maddie Province, a great scorer for the Bearcats, and she looks to be even probably going to be better than Maddie, as that pass is stolen away.
Another steal by the Navigators. Lockdown defense here to start, as that will be up and no good. It will stay with the Navigators. Irons on the shot, blocked back by, I believe that was Milan.
Back on the injury update, I was talking to Kira Dutenhofer at the YMCA. She told us that she's in practice in next game. The next weekend, she will be back. And Kelsey Hatcher, that was a little torn ACL. And she's back also.
BBL. You want to know what's funny, Kyler? Me and Hewitt have mentioned this before. The only way she could actually play again is she'd come back the week of the state tournament. Can you believe that?
That would be some pressure coming back in the state tournament.
Fancy footwork.
Another turnover for the Bearcats. Thanks for having me on a little bit late here, Asher. Just got done with our final regular season bowling tournament of the year.
Yeah, we're a little disorganized here at Kearney High Strive. Once again, technical issues aren't always fun, but now back to the action. 6:30 here in the game. As Navigators, their offense, it's been a little slow to start. They want to try and get inside as that three ball is up and good by Sarah Gatwich.
Great shot there. Just pulling the three, sends the lead to 6, and another turnover for the Gators.
The Bearcats have not had an offensive possession in this quarter where they haven't had a steal.
Yeah, Gators doing really good ball pressure, and another score inside there.
Gatwich again. Bearcats all out of sorts as that will be a timeout by head coach Chris Pocock, as I believe that we will go to commercial break as the Navigators are down 17, or the Navigators are leading 17-9.
That's what it is.
Hello and welcome back to the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Navigators are on a math is math 5-0 run, 17-9.
Gators really came out of the quarter break, storming the Bearcats. Bearcats just looking all out of sorts, a lot of turnovers, and just nothing doing right now. And
another steal. This trap by the Navigators is working so well, but that will be a charge taken by Harley Straka. She leads the team in those. She gets one a game.
Harley Straka says, no one will pass.
You shall not pass.
I said the quote wrong. You shall not pass.
As it will be Province to bring it up. Outlet up to Straka. Straka trap again over to not to Province. Gatwich was guarding. Fancy work, oh my goodness, by Province. Kicks out to Milan. Milan, three ball. No, they need those to fall here. 5:30 left here as Gatwich will dribble it up for the Navigators. Nearly stolen by Province, as that will be a blocking foul on Straka. Almost got two in a row.
I know it looked good, but again, just still kind of moving there. Straka not able to draw the foul.
And one thing I will say, the Navigators, they have not shot a lot of threes. They have not. And that's in my stats.
They haven't, and I guess I wasn't here for the first quarter. But
we were lights out from the field, from behind the three-point line. That says that's why we have 9 points, 3 3-pointers, 2 by Milan and 1 by Gardner, if I remember correctly. No, wait. Yes, 2 by Milan and 1 by Addie Helmbrecht. Ooh. As Bearcats 12 on the shot clock. Province, little Euro step, kept in bounds. She wanted the foul, but it will be, I need to learn some numbers. That's Gatwich, dribbles right through Addie Helmbrecht, as that will extend the lead to 12. Bearcats all out of sorts, scoreless in the second quarter here in Kearney.
Yeah, Bearcats just need something to fall right now. And Gatwich, to say she's on fire right now would be an understatement.
She's just dribbling through the Bearcat defense.
19 of her team's 21 points right now. And she was the team's only scorer up until just a little bit ago.
Can we say that she's scored more points now, and we're not even into halftime, than she's averaging a game? As that is a nice up and in by Province. That will stop the unanswered 11-0 run by the Navigators. As Addie Helmbrecht hits the deck, stolen by Straka. Straka 3-on-2. Straka dribbles up. No, won't get the layup to fall. Rebounded by Garner. Didn't hit the shot clock, but the shot clock will reset. I don't know how that works. As that skip pass over to Straka is stolen, but out of bounds by Gatwich. And once again, the shot clock resets. It should not do that.
Yeah, I think Straka's shot hit the rim. I don't know, it was close.
I didn't think it was. And then the steal, the shot clock should not have reset because no team had full possession of the ball. It should have went down because the Bearcats had possession of the ball.
Looks like the ref is at the scores table right now.
Oh, they just put 29 seconds on the shot clock. See, I was right. I do know my basketball terminology.
Yeah.
Right, Kyler?
Yep.
Man of many talents, Kyler. 7th grade?
Yep.
Future Kearney High Strive broadcaster?
I think so. I don't know. You never know what the future can hold us.
Or are you going to play sports?
Probably both.
What sports do you want
That's
to
a
play?
very busy man.
Soccer.
Soccer?
Oh, good thing that's in the spring. We do stream those, though.
Once in a while.
Once in a while, as that skipped over to Straka, back over to Milan. 10-point deficit for the Bearcats, back over to Straka. This 2-3 trap is what it looks like, as that is a nice Euro step by Straka. Gets it to fall. Lead is now 8, as that is an easy up and in. Nobody guarding Alex Kroll, as Province will have it now. 3:30 left here, quarter number 2, as that will be tipped out of bounds, and it will be Bearcats ball.
Yeah, Libby just looking for Straka there. Again, Gators making these passes. What normally comes pretty easy for the Bearcats, a lot tougher tonight.
That pass-first mentality of Libby Province gets tripped up, but it will fall to Paige Milan. The pass-first mentality by Province, it's proving good against the full court trap, but then it also hurts as Libby Province come back from behind, swat, no good. It was a good effort though, as that is up and in by the Navigators. Lead is back to 12. Quick 4 points for the Navigators. That skip pass over to Straka, that could have been a backcourt violation. Picked up her dribble, in some trouble. Stolen away by Province. On that ball, you need to go to the ball, as that will be a foul on Straka, and that will be her 2nd or 3rd foul, and things are not going in favor of the Bearcats.
Yeah, Bearcats, this is starting to be a really grim quarter. Just not able to score hardly anything. Every pass is tough. Gators contesting pretty much everything. And just look at the body language from the Bearcats. They're gassed right now.
You can tell that head coach Tommy Johnson of the Navigators watched his film. He's like, I'm going to trap every single play. We're going to take this ball. We're not going to let the Bearcats breathe in their home gym.
Yeah, aggressive play from the Gators right now, but Bearcats just need to find a response.
As Straka picked up her dribble, lost pass. Snyder comes in, checks in for the first time this game, takes out Province. Province did get a talking to on the sideline by head coach Chris Pocock inside of Avery Franzen, but that will go out of bounds. It will stay with the Bearcats, as it was tipped out of bounds by Kendall Anderson. You want to know how easy I have it tonight in this game? You got 2 Andersons, a Johnson, and a Garcia, and a Lou.
Pretty easy names.
Easier than
Wrestling.
other times, yes.
Wrestling earlier this week was pretty
Wrestling,
tough.
we did stream that. I won't really say I did play-by-play because we had Frank Kuchera, a Hall of Fame wrestler, do the announcing for us. I just said all the things that we're supposed to say about Pinnacle Bank and Strive Sports. I did all the announcing of the names, which is the hardest part.
It's really great, people in the community, as that 3 will go!
Maybe that's the spark that the Bearcats needed. Down by 10, 2:15 left here in the first half here in Kearney. Kearney tackles cancer game, pink out, and I'll tell you right now, I'm seeing a lot of pink in the stands as that's stolen away, and Sarah Gatwich, easy up and in. She's got 21 of their 28. If math is mathing, that's 75%, give or take.
Yeah.
Give or take. As that is another steal, Bearcats are out of system. Another easy up and in. Fast break points are the name of the game tonight for the Navigators. And just like that, Bearcats had a little momentum, stolen right away.
Yeah, just when you thought the Bearcats got a little bit momentum from that three, as that's an air ball from
As Milan is
Gardner.
battling around, comes up with it. As that is Anderson over to Sarah Gatwich, gets past two defenders, shows some speed. That will be a foul on, I believe it was Addie Snyder, but I'm not 100% certain.
No, it's going to be on Kennedy Gardner. Her first personal of the game, as we got a couple subs in, Addie Helmbrick and Libby Province back in the game for the Bearcats.
This one down 14. This could get ugly here in Kearney. Hopefully not, because I want to call a good game.
Yeah, Bearcats. And we've seen them come from behind before, but they're just going to have to get a couple stops, just like that one right there.
As that was stolen away by Sarah Gowich, Schneider comes up with a skip pass over to Helmbrecht, and it will go out of bounds off of Helmbrecht. Couldn't quite handle the tip off of the Navigators' hands.
I think that call could have gone either way there. Tipped up by both players, but just out of the hands.
It is a
of the Bearcats.
50-50 call, indeed. As the only way I think the Bearcats can get back in this game is they gotta go lights out from behind the three-point line. But earlier this season, we have seen them do it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back to that Beatrice game we called for the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase. Threes just raining down.
Oh, for sure.
You would have thought it was just Steph Curry playing out there.
Oh, 100%. And the Bearcats, they don't really revolve their offense around that inside that post play. It's all from behind the three-point arc and the charity stripe.
Yeah, just different style of play that the Bearcats play with. But
as that is kicked back out to Johnson. Johnson lost it, 2 on the shot clock. Will be a jump violation. Jump ball. 25 left. Shot clock will go dark. If I was the Bearcats, I need to score.
yeah, you're really just looking for something. It doesn't even need to be a three-pointer, just a good shot. Get you going into halftime. Maybe try to get a stop on defense here.
As the Navigators will switch to a 2-3 zone. That's what they like to trap in. They have done that before, as that it will almost nearly force another steal. But now it's 8.4 left on the clock here. First half here in Kearney. Girls game, boys game to follow. And then probably one of the best athletic feats that you can have. Deep three by Milan, no good, way short. As that is Sarah Gowich, half court heave, no good. But back to what I was saying, halftime of the next game, the best athletic feat any man can do, dance.
The senior boys dance coming up at halftime.
And I will be dancing.
Asher Salisbury, the one and only, will be dancing as the Gators will take a 30-16 lead over your Kearney High Bearcats into halftime. We'll go to break.
As you're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello. Yeah. Okay, now I think we are back on. We kept our stream running. We were having a little bit of what's the word? Audio issues because somehow we're doing good now. I think it's all fixed. I don't hear myself talking through the speakers here in the gym, which is always a good thing, as Bearcats were trying to mount a little bit of a comeback. But now they find themselves down 27-38. They went on a 7-0 run to start the quarter, but then Navigators answered back with an 8-0 run of themselves, as there are 2:45 left here in the third quarter. And I think we might have finally gotten our stream problems figured out. I'd hope so anyways.
I think it's doing a little better as Paige Milan pulls the three, and she's got it!
Shabam!
Paige Milan from deep.
As that will make the lead only 8 for the Navigators. The Bearcats, the closest they've been all night is 8, or not 8. Closest they've been all night is 3 points. I like to talk with my hands.
Actually, they were up.
They were up. I'm saying closest lead, or deficit, sorry. 3 points. As I think we're finally up and running here. We don't have a scoreboard yet, but we're going to treat it like it's radio and just announce the score every so often, I guess you could say. We're like Austin Jacobson.
Yeah, just having to improvise a little bit, but nothing we can't do here. As the Gators lead the Bearcats 38-30, 2:33 left in the quarter.
Shot clock will reset. It will be Navigators' ball. They're heading right to left on your screen. I think that's self-explanatory, actually, because we're moving the camera right and left.
They can see.
It's not like a radio. I said we're going to treat it like a radio. It's not a radio because they can actually see what is happening in the game. As that is kicked out in the corner. That's 3 ball is up off the back iron. Rebounded. Skip pass inside. Blocked by the rim. As that is rebounded by Snyder. Snyder's gotten more playing time in this game. She's kind of like that hustler. She's kept the momentum for the Bearcats, as that will be a foul on Joyce Johnson. And it will be Bearcats ball, 2:08, 8-point deficit.
Yeah, one of the things I actually just looked up at the scoreboard and saw is Gatling for the Navigators. She's in a little bit of foul trouble at 3 fouls. That's something to keep an eye on.
And she has 23 points.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on if you're a Gators fan.
As Province first run up and good. That's a swish. Nothing but net from the charity stripe. And the second one will be up on the way here in Kearney. Kearney tackles cancer game. A lot of pink in the crowd. That's always a good thing.
Great organization, great cause.
Run by the teachers here at Kearney High School. As that second one is up and no good. That's rebounded over to Gatwick now. Gatwick guarded by Province. That is a mismatch and a half. But now Bearcats 3-2 zone. They don't want to let him get inside as that deep 3 ball up and no good. Rebounded, put back. That will be a foul. That will send Annie Lou to the line. First time we've called her name all night, but she has 5 points, 2 fouls. But North Star, they are getting into a little bit of foul trouble with only a 7-point game.
Yeah, they racked up a lot of fouls early in that quarter when we weren't able to call the game. Had 5 fouls to the Bearcats 0, but Bearcats now with 4 fouls. Next foul will send the Gators to the line.
And the Bearcats, they are in that double bonus for 1 minute and 50 more. Any foul will send the Bearcats to the charity stripe. But now, Annie Lou, first one up and good. Second one is up and rattles around, will fall. Paige Milan playing with a little bit of pace. Over to Province now. Province, double team, lost the ball. And that will be an easy layup for Annie Lou. Navigators lead is now 11. Math ain't mathin'.
It's tough for the Bearcats. They mount a little bit of a comeback of their own, and it is just wiped away by turnovers so quickly. Coach Pocock subbing in Harley Straka, just trying to get something going as Snyder will sub out.
Bearcats have it now. This little 2-3 zone that the Navigators have been playing with for the majority of the game. They've had that 2-3 zone and then that 3-2 zone. It's just proven dominant on the Navigators' end of defense, as that is once again lost by Gardner. So many lost balls by the Bearcats as that is tipped away, stolen by, I can't see a number.
14.
And Kendall Anderson over to Gatwich, but that will stay the Navigators' ball off of Kennedy Gardner. Too many turnovers for the Lady Bearcats.
Yeah, and one of the tough things is a lot of these turnovers are just been self-inflicted. Poor dribbling, just poor ball control by the Bearcats.
And the trap of the Navigators is working, as the Navigators will chew up some clock into Gatwich. Kicked out, 3-ball from the corner. That is up and good by Anderson. Province has it now, over to Straka, has an open Mylan in the corner, doesn't go to her. That would have been a nice 3-pointer to have. Province dribbles in, little Euro steps, gets denied at the rim. That's kicked out to Annie Lou. Annie Lou on the fast break. Euro steps, Harley Straka doesn't get it to fall. Harley Straka has it now. Now we're playing with some pace. Straka over to Mylan. Mylan wanted the 3-ball. Mylan kicks it back out. That's an easy stolen ball by Anderson. Anderson will go the length of the court for the coast-to-coast steal, and you do not want to see that, because now the Bearcats are down 16, 10 seconds left. Shot clock will go dark as that 3-ball is up and blocked by Gatwich. Up to, oh my goodness, Anderson over to Lou, over to Anderson. I will applaud that. That was a nice play.
Wow, just a brutal flurry here at the end for the Gators.
Give credit where credit is due. That was a very nice play, as the Navigators lead the Bearcats 49-31. You're watching the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome back to the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Bearcats are down 31-49, I believe. 18-point deficit, largest of the night. 8 minutes to play here in Kearney. Navigators heavily favored in this matchup coming into it.
And they're really showing their dominance. Just a quick flurry of points there for the Navigators, as the Bearcats looked like they had gotten some momentum going. We'll see what they can do here in the fourth quarter, but it's looking grim.
And now Straka over to Province, over to Mylan. Mylan 3-ball, that needed to fall for the Bearcats. Annie Lou comes up with it now. 7:45, 15 down here in the fourth quarter here in Kearney. As that will be Anderson, top of the key. Over to Anderson, back to Anderson. Back to Gatwich, stolen away but tipped back, and it will be Helmbrecht to tip it out of bounds. It will be the Navigators' ball. It will stay with them. And they've used up 20 seconds of the shot clock, 15 left. We don't quite have a scoreboard yet. I think that's a problem for the next game. But that is inbounds over to Lou, over to Gatwich. Gatwich, wide open 3-ball. Nobody guarded her, missed it. Guarded by Lou. You need to get those offensive rebounds. Over to Anderson, over to Gatwich. Gatwich dribbles inside, will get the and one call to fall for Sarah Gatwich.
Physical play there by Gatwich to get the and one, take the contact, and gets it to fall. I mean, you got to give credit. A 25-point performance right now from Gatwich, putting the team on her back. This has been incredible to watch.
And Gatwich Free throw, no good. Rebounded again, stolen away by Straka. That was a need, and stolen back by Lou. The Navigators have head coach Chris Pocock shaking his head. This isn't good. Gatwich thought about the three, dribbles inside. Shot clock did not get going. That might have saved Gatwich on a travel call, but who knows? But it will be Navigators' ball. I'm guessing they're going to put about 20, 25 seconds on the shot clock. One of the newer things in high school basketball, second year, that the shot clock has been added. I'm not a fan of it. I liked it when there was like 3 minutes left and it was a one-score game or a tie game, and the teams just passed it for 3 minutes.
You liked that?
Yes, because then you got to call like a whole bunch of names in a row, and it was very fun. That's also why I don't like where at 5 fouls it goes to a double bonus.
That one, I'm still kind of up in the air about that new rule change.
I like the 1-and-1. It's like tie game, 1-and-1. Go to the line, you make it, you get another one. If you miss it, all square.
Well, and I feel like there's a little bit more punishment for having a bunch of fouls in like one quarter. And if you get to 10, then yeah, you're.
And if you think about it though, 8-minute quarters aren't that long for 5 fouls. Like 5 fouls. Very rarely do we actually see teams get into that double bonus. But now Anderson will get the ball back in play. It was 25 seconds on the shot clock. I guess I'm just good at guessing. As that is dribbled in by Anderson, and that will be fouled by Helmbrecht. Helmbrecht, that's her second foul on the night. And now it's a 20-point deficit for the Bearcats. Bearcats, things have gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see if you're a Bearcat fan, as that free throw will fall there for Anderson.
Yes, it is.
Anderson just makes it look like so effortless on all of her shots.
Yeah, she did have that 3 ball that dropped earlier, but now she gets 2 to fall. Lead is 22 for the Navigators. As Province will bring it up over to Straka. Straka, skip pass into Garner. This 2-3 zone, not letting get inside. 3 ball, Myland, no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson to push pace. I'm out of breath. As that's over to Anderson again. Back to Anderson. Over to Lou. Almost lost my iPad off the table. That is over to, I was going to say Anderson again, but that's not. Now Gatwich has it. Gatwich guarded by Straka. A little fancy footwork, ball handling skills. Gets the layup to fall. As that will be a 24-point lead. 6:05 left here in the fourth quarter in Kearney. I almost said Lincoln. I thought this was a Nebraska basketball game, as that pass is up and no good by Straka. It will be Navigators' ball. And I know one thing that we're going to work at practice. Less turnovers, just lots and lots of passing.
Yeah, just Bearcats just look really just discombobulated right now.
Oh, indeed, as that is almost stolen away by Straka. It will stay with the Navigators, though.
But give credit to this Navigator team. They came in here tonight, and they knew what they had to do, force some turnovers, and like they have, and they've converted on those turnovers, and that's the big part. If you force a lot of turnovers, you need to score, and they've converted on a lot of those.
They watched the film of the Bearcats, and now the Bearcats 2-3 zone. It's the battle of the 2-3 zones, and the Navigators are doing very well. Skip pass after skip pass, making the Bearcats run back and forth. This is good ball movement by Gatwich, and she gets that to fall. What a shot. She's got 29 on the night.
And she can make it 30 with this free throw. Just a brilliant performance.
Very brilliant. That will send Gatwich to the line to shoot 1. And that will push her to 30. And the announcer's curse did happen. Rebounded by Helmbrecht. Stolen away by Gatwich. Batted around to Mylan. Mylan over to Helmbrecht. Bearcats need some ball control, as Province will have it now dribble it up. As now they're in a 1-3 zone, 1-3-1 zone, which that will be a foul. And that will be the Navigators' second foul in the fourth quarter. As that will be, I missed who is on. No, I didn't. Scoreboard help me. Katie Irons, first foul of the night. I think it's a little bit out of reach for the Bearcats, as that pass is batted away. That's Gatwich's 4th. But I will say, I think with this game, 5 minutes 13 left, it's a bit out of hand. I think you can just pull Sarah Gatwich from the lineup and just run with who they have.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much longer some of these starters stay in the game. As Franzen is fouled, she'll head to the line.
Here's what I'm gonna do, 5:04 left. Kyler, you haven't said a whole lot. You can do play-by-play.
Oh boy.
You got it, Kyler.
Take it away, Kyler.
We're giving you some practice. Hewitt ran play-by-play, did play-by-play for the first time ever last week, and he did awesome. You've done it before. You're amazing at it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done it.
Oh, come on, Kyler. Take it over. You're running the show now.
Avery Franzen misses her first. Let's see what she can do on her second. Franzen drains the second one.
Great shot there by Franzen.
We're down by 25. It's not going to look like we're going to make a comeback in 5 minutes.
You got to get hot from behind the three-point line,
Gatwich
right, Kyler?
gets fouled. 2 shots. She might make it to 30.
I'm surprised she's still in the game, considering how they're up 25 with 5 minutes left.
I mean, it goes back to your comment earlier. They only have 8 players on their roster.
They're not very deep on the bench, that's for sure.
No, so, I mean, maybe just keeping her in there.
She misses her first one. Let's see if she can push 30 points. That's got to be a career high. 30 points in one single
She
basketball game.
averages 14.9 a game.
And she pushes 30 as everybody's going wild on the bench.
She has lifted this Navigators team up ahead of the Bearcats tonight.
Province bringing it in. Harley Straka for 3. And no good. Avery Franzen with the rebound. Malin for 3. Nope. It's number 14 for Anderson. Gets the rebound. It looks like they're going to slow the offense.
Try and burn up as much clock as possible.
Lou passes it to Gatwich. Harley Straka gets a hand on it. Owen gets ankles broken by Gatwich.
Kyler's with the times. He uses a lot more terminology that we don't.
Lou for 3, and it goes.
Just a masterclass shooting for the Gators here tonight.
Straka has Jazz knock, which I don't think she's played a lot. Jazz knock for 3. Oh, and gets swatted.
Janacek.
Libby. Province brings it down. Gives it to Malin. No look pass. Fake out. 3. No good. Lou brings it down. It's been on and off for the last minute.
As now we're joined by Freddie Harbles, another one of my fellow dancers at halftime of the boys game.
Howdy.
Are you excited to dance?
Oh boy, this will be a blast.
Yeah, make sure to watch at halftime. Me and Freddie will be on the right side of your screen, but for the fans, we'll be facing the left. I don't know how that works, but back to the action, Kyler.
Province getting guarded by Gatwich. Avery Franzen. Jazz knock slips. She has nobody to pass to. Province for 3 and drains it. Too bad we couldn't have that during the middle of the game, not at the end.
As that will be a timeout for the Navigators. Kyler, I'm giving you a little bit of practice as we'll stay with it. I don't know why everyone has surprise faces, but we'll stay with it. I'm giving Kyler some extra practice because he's going to have to call, him and Hewitt are going to have to call the second quarter and third quarter of the boys game because I'm dancing.
Okay.
So have fun, you two. I'm going to mute my mic. All you.
I might do camera.
As Bearcats come out of the timeout, down 64-35. Gators leaving it all out on the floor tonight, and just a great performance by them. And I mean, the Bearcats, they had a good valiant effort in the third quarter, just some turnovers. A lot of turnovers just didn't go their way tonight. But 3:03 left to play. The Gators will break the huddle, and they will have the ball
Gonna be number 22, Johnson. Brings it down court, gives it to Lou. Lou to Johnson. Johnson to Irons. Province gets the rebound. Has Addie in the corner. Avery Franzen down low. Tries to get it to Jasnog, but it's going to be out on Lou. It's going to be Bearcats ball with 2:42 left in the fourth quarter, 26 seconds on the shot clock.
That was a good pass underneath there. But again, great defense by the Gators. Knock it away.
Avery Franzen in the corner, trapped. Snyder, little back to move, but nope, gets stuck by Johnson. It's going to be a foul on Snyder. It will be headed to the line to shoot 2.
And it's going to be a line change here for the Bearcats, as looks like Sophie Glantz, Ava Sheldon,
Josie Murray,
and Mary Weber coming in the game for the Bearcats.
I don't think we've seen Weber this season at all.
I think she played at the end of the Northwest game, I believe. But she's been injured.
She's the sister of Jacob Weber, who plays for the Kearney High Bearcats boys team. And he's a phenomenal player as the #1 shooter in Arizona.
And is now the current leader in three-pointers made for Class A and #2 in the state. So look for that later tonight as they get it over to his sister. That's Glant.
Tries to get it to Weber, but nope. Johnson brings it up between the legs. Gives it to Irons. Irons for 3. Oh, just hits the skim of the rim. It's going to be foul on number 5, Garcia.
As it will be Sheldon to inbound the ball. To Snyder.
You can't really do anything for the Navigators. You can only get the 3 players off the bench. Can't really do anything. Most of the starters are in.
Yeah,
Josie Murray to Glant. Gets fouled by Garcia.
I have a question
Johnson.
for Hewitt.
Yes.
No canes? Because Cats did not win by 30.
Cats did not win by 30, so there will be no canes.
Usually has a sign that says win by 30.
I also have a sign, Kyler. It's the same thing, but it says if Cats win by 30, raising canes on Hewitt, because he came up with the whole idea.
Yep.
And I didn't think to bring it tonight, Kyler.
I didn't bring the sign in either. I was busy. I didn't run home after bowling.
As it's Irons. Gives it to Johnson. Irons still has it. Snyder on him. On her. Johnson for 3 and swishes it. 3-pointers for Johnson as Snyder brings it up. It's a 33-point lead for the Navigators. As a 1 minute and 31 seconds left. It's not much of a game.
Yeah, tough loss for the Bearcats.
Johnson to Kroll. Johnson still has it. 3 points. Banks it, no good. As Avery Sheldon gives it to Snyder. Snyder to Murray. Her brother was a phenomenal player for Kearney High, Justin Murray. Don't forget, coming up on Strive and Kearney High, it's the boys' game for the Navigators. Brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Yeah, a couple really good Murrays come through Kearney High. Trying to think of her oldest brother's name. Great player. But yeah, Justin Murray, great football player and great basketball player. As Snyder will get it to fall.
30 seconds. It's a 1 second off shot clock.
As yeah, great play underneath there by Snyder.
Oh, one more
Just
view.
through the contact. Yep.
As a reverse layup. Another view.
And
Kroll gives it to Johnson. Johnson to Kroll. Irons. Kroll. I don't have her name, so that's gonna be game for you folks as the Navigators defeat the Bearcats 63-37. Don't forget, coming up at Kearney High, it's the boys basketball game.
As we have a little bit of a replay package going, trying to anyways, as here it is, that steal by Province, then the easy up and in. Then you got the pass to Addie Helmbrecht. I missed that.
pass to Addie Helmbrecht.
And then the Paige Mylan 3-ball.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for the Bearcats. They fought hard to the end, but the Gators just a great team. And
Ultimately, though, the Bearcats, they will fall to 8-6 on the year, 4-3 at home. But then the Navigators of Lincoln North Star, they're going to move to 11-2 on the year. They came into this very tough away arena and just dominated the Bearcats. Any closing thoughts post-game, anything before the boys' game coming up in about 20 minutes?
again, just a great game by both teams. Great turnout tonight with Kearney Tackle Cancer. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the boys'
And we'll
game.
look forward to the boys' game coming up. That's going to be, I'm going to say it enough. If you watched wrestling last Tuesday night, it's going to be a real barn burner between your Kearney High School Bearcats and the Lincoln North Star Navigators, as you're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome into the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. I'm Asher Salisbury. I'm joined here by
Hewitt Moyer.
And we're going to be calling tonight's matchup between the Kearney High Bearcats and the Lincoln North Star Navigators. Your Kearney High Bearcats come in at a 9-3 record, 4-1 at home. This arena acts like PBA, where it's really hard to win on the road.
It is one of the toughest environments in all of Nebraska. I hear it from people all the time. You coming here to play is crazy. And a night like tonight is a special night tonight. Tonight is the Kearney Tackle Cancer night. We see it's the pink out, great turnout tonight, even just a great organization. It's been a yearly tradition for Kearney, or for the city of Kearney, just giving to this student-led organization just for a great cause for cancer research.
And this is one of the biggest turnouts I've seen fans-wise and rowdies-wise. There's only 3 rows left in our home rowdy section. I'm pointing this way. You don't know which way that is. But for the Lincoln North Star Navigators, 6-5. They are 2-3 on the road, and they're coming into a very tough environment. But they do have 3 of their key players back that didn't start the season.
Yeah, they do. And look for them to be making their playmakers. Lazarek Houston leading the scoring for the Gators. Look for him to have a big night tonight.
And then looking at their roster, the shortest guy is 6 feet tall, which is our heights.
Yeah.
And then the tallest one is 6'7". Looking at Max Preps, the stats, they aren't a very good three-point shooting team. They're averaging about 30%, maybe even 25% from the field. They want to get inside. They want to dominate the paint, dominate the post.
They definitely do. And I mean, it is a team that takes a lot of threes. I was looking at this earlier today. They shoot just about as many threes as they take shots inside the paint. But yeah, the field goal percentage, like their three-point percentage hasn't been as good as I think that their coaches wanted it to be.
And then keys for the Bearcats. What are some keys to victory for tonight's matchup against the Navigators?
I would say good on-ball pressure. As you said, they're not good at shooting three-pointers, so you want to create as much havoc of off-ball and on-ball pressure and win a battle on rebounds and transition scoring.
Oh, 100%. That transition battle, that's what Coach Braun is. He's going to come out in that trap defense. We've seen it all season long. They want that ball back.
Yeah, with a night like this, tonight, that trap defense, get a couple turnovers to get the crowd behind you. It's going to be a long night.
You're going to see a whole lot of that in that front court of Colt Straka, Carter Lee. They're going to do a majority of the trapping, maybe even Asher Endorf running the middle. But then also going back to what you said about rebounds. Rebounding is key. We have 2 players on this team, Ben Johnson, Asher Endorf. They're averaging over double digits of rebounds per game.
Yeah, tonight will be definitely a battle of the bigs when it comes to rebounding. So winning that battle will be a huge key and a way to win this game.
It doesn't help, though, that the Bearcats, they do have a short roster, or a short bench, I would say. You have the roster, Turner Bertrand. Who else am I missing?
Ian Piper,
Jacob Hansen. That's about all that you'll see 4 minutes off the bench. But we will cut our mics. We'll be right back after this for the national anthem, as we'll And we welcome you back. We're getting ready for opening tip, but first off, starting lineups for the Bearcats. And I will say, it came to me in that short little break, the Bearcats, they have the home court advantage. They need to use that as much as possible. Use the crowd, use all the momentum that they have in tonight's matchup.
Momentum is just a dominant force when it comes to playing basketball. You don't really see it. It's not on the stat sheet, but these Bearcats and Baronic's teams just in general thrive off momentum. They get the crowd behind them, they get hyped up, and just look out because they become dangerous.
That goes back to the Kearney High gym acting as PBA. It's hard for an away team to come in here and knock off the Bearcats. We saw that earlier this season with Westside, but that was early into the season, maybe a little bit of nerves, not the best played game on the Bearcats' part, as we will have a hype video up on our scoreboards tonight. But we'll go to starting lineups for Lincoln North Star. Number 1, Lazarick Houston. Number 2, Jaquise Fowler. Number 5, Riel Asen. Number 11, KG Gatwich. And number 22, Jordan Castor. And I will say, they only have 1 senior in their starting lineup, 2 seniors on the entire team. That is a very dominant team considering that they are very young.
Yeah, not a whole lot of experience for the Gators, unlike the Bearcats, who have a couple of those senior leaders and a lot of experience. I mean, Ben Johnson would be he has played 3 years. He has probably about the same amount of experience as some of those seniors on these other teams. So Ben Johnson, a great person to lean on for the Bearcats. Carter Lee with 3 years of experience. Yeah, a lot of experience on this Bearcat roster.
As now we're gonna move to the starting lineups for your Kearney High Bearcats. Number 0, Carter Lee, starting point guard for the Bearcats, primary ball handler, lockdown defender. Then we got number 2, Colt Straka. He'll play with a lot of heart and a lot of pace. You can see a lot of coast-to-coast steals from Straka. Number 3, Jacob Weber. What isn't there to say about Jacob Weber? Number 1 shooter from Arizona, leading 3-point shooter in Class A. Just like arguably one of the best shooters in Class A.
Oh, just absolutely lights out from behind the arc. I mean, just a great player all around. He's really improved on defense throughout the year. And yeah, look for him to make a statement tonight.
And sometimes you aren't the best shooter from Arizona for a reason. Sometimes you and me know it. He just hucks up a 3. It's a swish.
Yeah, I would say getting him started early and him finding open shots, that creates a mismatch for him. And if he starts to get hot early, it could be a long night for the opposing team.
100%. Then we got number 11, Asher Endorf, center for this Bearcats team. And then the glue man from the Bearcats, Ben Johnson. He holds the team together.
Ben Johnson, one of the greatest players right now in the state, I would say all class, as the Rowdies getting excited here, the atmosphere getting loud.
As we're up for tip, that is off in the Navigators' favor. Very rarely does Ben Johnson lose a tip, but it will be Gatwich. I need to learn numbers now because I was sleeping in the last game, but Bearcats in their man-to-man defense to start here early. As the Rowdies have their "I believe that we will win" chant. They are loud, they are proud. 2 rows left in the Rowdies as that is stolen away by the Bearcats. That'll be a foul. Baronic is hyped up right now.
Oh, what a start for the Bearcats. Get a stop and then grab a quick foul, cheap foul there for the Gators. You don't want to give that to the Bearcats.
Also,
30 seconds in.
Yeah, great intensity right away early. You see them switching off, creating mismatches and getting turnovers, and that's what we want, especially in this hostile environment for the opposing team.
As we saw earlier in the girls' game, the Lincoln North Star Navigators, they came out in that 2-3 trap, but now it's a 3-2 zone for the Navigators, but they are showing the trap. So it must be a theme of Lincoln North Star. As it's over to Straka now, 10 on the shot clock, over to Weber. Weber thought about the 3, got one man to miss, 3 ball up and on the way, no good. Rims around, rebounded by the Navigators. As that is Castor with it now. He'll run the point guard for the Navigators, guarded by Straka. Now dribbling inside. Can kick it out for a wide open three. That post shot, no good. Tipped around. Couple people I heard a smack right there, but that is rebounded by Straka over to Lee. Lee over to Johnson. 3-2 zone, this trap. Over to Lee. Little kick ball. Back over to Weber. Weber, three ball, no. Didn't want it, I guess you could say. Over to Straka, over to Lee. Lee will think about driving in. That will be a double dribble. And we are a minute and a half in, and this is intense.
Very intense, but you can see Bearcats are starting with great ball movement. They're just still trying to find an open shot.
And now it will be Houston to bring it up. Over to Castor, guarded by Straka. Weber, guarded. Ben Johnson tries to block that three ball. No good. Rebounded by Asher Endorf. Over to Lee. Lee, that pass-first mentality in a point guard. You really want that in a point guard.
Yeah, he leads Class A in assist.
As Ben Johnson kicks it back out to Weber. Over to Lee. Lee lost it for a second. 20 on the shot clock. Trap ball. That will be a foul, though. That's 2 quick fouls, and we're 2 minutes down.
Yeah, it's going to be number 4. That is Fowler's, his first.
And that is 2 quick fouls. I said it again, 2 minutes down. That's troublesome because at 5 fouls, that's already double bonus, and the Bearcats will be at the line. As that's over to Lee, back to Straka. Little hot potato, who wants it? Weber, maybe it was a travel. Over to Straka. Straka has it now. Over to Endorf. Endorf driving inside, mid-range. That's good. Bearcats are on the board first.
Great footwork and movement by the big guy right there. Create open space, take advantage of the basket, get back on defense.
Asher Endorf, that little post player, that is up and good by Castor. The little floater. He shakes his head. He's like, yes, sir, that's all me. Over to Straka. Straka, I wanted him to shoot the three ball. Fan favorite. Maybe just my favorite. But Straka gets swatted. Now Castor has it. As Castor guarded by Straka. That's going to be a fun matchup. Broke Straka's ankles. As that will be up and no good. Batted around. Rebounded by Endorf. Endorf already got 4 rebounds on the game, and we're only 4 minutes in. As Endorf has it now over in the corner. Kicks it back out to Lee. Lee back to Endorf. Endorf to Johnson. Johnson wide open the lane. Makes one man miss. Could have got the and one foul, but now Bearcats 4-2. 4:40 left, and I'm keeping my eye on the clock because I don't want to leave because this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, Ben looking there. I talked to him earlier. He wants to get a dunk. He wants to dunk on somebody tonight. He told me a couple days ago.
As that three ball is up and no good by Houston. Rebounded by Endorf. 5 rebounds. This could be a career night. Skip pass over to Weber. Weber mid-range. That's good! And that will be a timeout by the Navigators. Your Kearney High Bearcats lead the Lincoln North Star Navigators 6-2. 4:15 remaining in the first quarter here in Kearney. As we will stay right with it, as there's only a 30-second timeout. But guys, 4 minutes in, what are you seeing?
Battle of the rebounds. You know, we're winning the rebounds, and like I said earlier, that transition scoring, and it's showing right now. It started off kind of slow, but they're winning the rebound battle right now, getting transition points, and this is the result right here. Getting the Navigators into 2 early fouls, taking advantage of a young team.
On paper, Kearney High, they are the shorter team, but right now they're proving to be more physical.
Yep, physicality. That's what's going to win you the game. And a magnitude like this is being physical, and who wants it more? The hustle and the grit.
Yeah, again, Baranek preaches it. You just see it from his demeanor he has on the sideline. His teams play with a lot of heart, as Ian Piper will sub in the game for Colt Straka.
Ian Piper checking into the game for the Bearcats. It will be Castor to bring it up, guarded by Piper. Castor off the screen. Back to Castor, guarded by Piper. Castor dribbling inside, 2-on-1. Throws up a shot, no good. 6 rebounds by Endorf. He's already beaten his rebounding average per game. He's averaging a lot, but now it's over to Endorf. Back to Lee, tipped away. Lee kept it. Good save to not get the backcourt violation. Over to Weber. Weber thought about the 3. He caught that in the shooting motion. Yeah. As that will be a foul. 3:42, 2 fouls until Bearcats are in the bonus, and it will send them to the charity stripe.
That play right there, Lee getting that ball over to Piper, physical. They're trapping Lee, trying to make him, trying to force a turnover, make him make a mistake. But Lee, a football player, just playing with absolute heart right now.
Low scoring game here, first quarter in Kearney. That Weber has it now. Weber, Navigators, they kind of called off that trap. But Carter Lee with the floater, a little low arcing shot off the front iron, no good. And now Houston. Now Weber. Weber improving his defensive skills as that is over to Houston again. As that mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson guarded by, he was guarded by Gatwich, but that will be another timeout by the Navigators. 6-2, not a whole lot has happened. 3:04 left, 31 on the shot clock. Another 30-second timeout. I believe we're gonna stay with it, but anything else you've noticed?
I like the analogy that I use quite a bit with the boxers. They're just trying to feel each other out right now. No one's landing some big body blows. Just kind of a few jabs here and there, but no one's trying to land the big haymaker punch right yet. And in a game like this, you're not gonna land that knockout blow, especially in the first half. It's gonna take some build-ups. It's like football as well. You want to chunk plays, and then you'll break a big one later.
You have to like the defense from Jacob Weber as well. He's showing that he's not just a shooter. He can also get out on the perimeter and guard as well.
He has improved his defending from the very first game of the season, because first game of the season, he was kind of slow. He was just a little late to those scramble plays, and now he's manning the defense. He's forcing steals, lockdown defender, as Bearcats will have it now. Just ticked under 3 minutes, 20 on the shot clock. Over to Lee. The Navigators wanted to travel alley-oop to Ben Johnson, almost went in. We saw that last week where Carter Lee alley-ooped it to Asher Endorf, and it went in for the three. Almost happened again, but this time by Weber. But if it went in by Weber, we wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks familiar there. Ben looking again, trying to attack the rim early.
As now Ben Johnson, Asher Endorf with the closeout defense. Asher Endorf, 7 rebounds on the game. Over to Weber, no, kick ball. That is sloppy offense by the Bearcats as that floater's up and no good. Weber comes up with the rebound. Lee will have it now. 2 minutes left before I have to leave. I'm gonna turn it over to Hewitt because I have to go dance at halftime. But now Lee has it now. 25 on the shot clock. Try and get the offense running. Over to Piper, back to Lee. Lee dribbling inside, has space. Tries to go for that alley-oop again. I don't know why they keep going for that play. If it works once, or if it fails once, don't do it again. But
in games like this, you want to stick to the fundamentals. You know, especially anything can happen off a couple shots.
Fundamentals, especially early. We're only in the first quarter, and we're trying to go for highlight plays.
Yeah.
But Ben Johnson, deep 3-ball, up and no good. 8-2, Bearcats lead. 1:30 left before the second quarter. Ian Piper just got crossed, but he makes the hustle play, rebounds, or with the steal, I guess you could say. Now Ben Johnson behind the back. Crowd loves it. Ben Johnson, pop-up three. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
There it is right there. The anchor of the team, showing he has the handles and pulling up for three.
Oh, my gosh. That was insane. But now Navigators see what they can do off of this. 1 minute left, 11-2. Holy cow. That's like fire. That's awesome.
Incredible play there by the junior, as the Gators will respond with a three-pointer.
And they finally get out of that shooting slump. You know, Bearcats are doing a great job still of attacking the perimeter and causing havoc.
As that is a loose ball. Carter Lee saves it. Back to Piper, back to Lee. Over to Ben Johnson. That's tipped out of bounds. 23 on the shot clock. 35 on it left in the first quarter.
Yeah, again, slow to get starting, just trying to feel each other out, figure out what the defense, what they're going to give you. And now we're starting to see some of these bigger shots land for either team.
Little bit of momentum for the Bearcats. 20 under the shot clock. Over to Weber in the corner. Skip pass inside to Ben Johnson. Asher Endorf has it in the post. That will be a foul. That will send him to the line. 23.7 shot clock will go dark as head coach Drake Baronic calls the entire varsity starting lineup besides Asher Endorf over. I think there's a little bit of strategy play here in this.
It's like a little mini timeout there for Veronica.
Yeah, as Asher Endorf will shoot the first free throw. That is good. Bearcats, I will say this now, might be a little bit of an announcer's curse. I don't care. Happened in the last game. But Bearcats, they are predominantly a very good free throw shooting team. They're averaging 75%, maybe even 80 from the charity stripe, which is really good.
Endorf had a great year from the charity stripe last year, and I struggled a little bit earlier this year, but yeah, a great free throw shooting team, and that's what you want if you're a coach.
100% as North Star will hold for the final shot of the first quarter, and I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you two. I'll be back in the third quarter. I'm gonna go dance at halftime. Hewitt, make sure to take plenty of videos and photos, as that is up and good by Navigators. Wow.
Much needed shot that they needed right there and in the first quarter.
Got them back
in the
within
game.
5 of the second quarter, as I will be back third quarter. I'm dancing on the far right of your screen. Don't laugh too hard.
As we will take a break here, Kearney Bearcats 13, Lincoln North Star Navigators 8. Hello and welcome back to Kearney High School. You are watching the Bearcat Sport Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. What have you seen in this first quarter here?
I'm seeing the teams are still trying to fill each other out. You know, not a lot of shots have gone in at the beginning. Ben Johnson came up with a huge three-pointer right there before the first quarter was over with, and then the Navigators came right back. So it's definitely going to be a slugfest early in this game. As you know, the Navigators are going to keep creating pressure and seeing if they can get a turnover, but also Kearney is going to try to create a mismatch and score inside or get someone open for a three.
As I think that's great analysis there. As Endorf gets it over to Johnson now. Johnson driving inside, gets it over to Lee. Lee puts up the three. Off the mark there. Rebounded by Endorf. Endorf driving inside, and he spins it in for two.
Great second effort right there. That's what you want to see from your post players. Just like we said earlier, winning the rebound battle, and it's showing right now.
I preach it all the time in the last couple of games. Offensive rebounds and free throws win basketball games, as that's tipped around and stolen away by Weber. Weber gets it over to Endorf. Endorf driving in, and that's going to be blocked out of bounds. And the rest will come together, and they're going to say it's going to be Kearney basketball.
And right there, again, you see that perimeter defensive pressure creating another turnover. But it didn't translate into a scoring position, but Kearney gets the ball here, and Jacob Weber right there.
Bang! Jacob Weber from three! That's a big shot there by the sophomore. Gets him out open in space, and he just drills it.
Yeah, getting him started early and him finding this hot zone, it can be a long night for the Navigators.
That's one thing we've seen Weber struggle with. When he is just missing a few shots, doesn't get in a rhythm early, we've seen him struggle, and we've seen it, especially in that West Side game, I'm thinking, and the Grand Island game away. Like, if he doesn't get a couple shots knocked down early, he struggles. But when he gets hot, look out. As that's spinning inside, and it's going to be a foul called on the Bearcats. I didn't see who they signaled. It's going to be on Carter Lee.
Navigators are trying to find any way to get points. You know, whether it's attacking the basket or shooting a three-pointer, they're trying to find ways to stay in this game. You don't want to get behind against the Bearcats early. It will be a long night.
Yeah, Bearcats really good at protecting leads here, as he will knock down the first. That is Houston. with that size advantage for North Star, I'm a little surprised that they haven't attacked the basket a little bit more, but this defense for the Bearcats has made it tough.
Yeah, they're not allowing anything inside, and that's what you want to see in a game like this. You don't want to allow any inside baskets.
As they get it over to Endorf now underneath. Second effort won't go, and it's going to be rebounded by the Gators. As they get it over now to Asin, they get it back over outside. Gators looking on the drive. Puts it up, and that one's going to be in and out there. That was Gatwich on the shot.
You're just saying all-around great defense right now. You know, boxing out, getting rebounds.
I mean,
Turnover
Endorf
right there, yeah.
Endorf is just owning the boards. Normally we see this from Ben Johnson, a great rebounder this year, last year, just throughout his career, great rebounder. But Endorf taking the lead here right now. As the Gators look to drive inside, and it's stolen away by Endorf. Oh, Ben Johnson on a breakaway. Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? Ben Johnson just put him on a poster. And that, as Gatwich looks to respond. Great defense there by Endorf, but an even better play there by Gatwich getting inside. As Lee gets it over to Straka now. Straka puts up the floater, and that's
Nice
good.
Way to respond right there.
Gets that momentum back in your favor. As North Star looks to settle it down here. And they're going to call, is that a kickball violation there? Just a great play there by Straka, good floater. As they get it now to Castor. Scramble for the ball, Ben flies down the floor. Get it back over to Castor. Puts up the mid-range. Off the mark. Rebounded by the Gators. Back to Castor. Over to the corner for a scene. Gets it inside to Schaefer. Back outside. And Gatwich will put it in for the Gators. Lee bringing it up the court now for the Bearcats. And he has it stolen away. That trap for the Gators. And they're going to call foul on the floor. Bearcats kind of caught a break there. It was a 2-on-1.
And you can see right now the Navigators are trying to put together a run. You know, they don't want to let this game get too far behind them. And they're just responding right now with a couple good runs.
Yeah, just being able to get inside, get some points. Keep yourself in this game. That's all you can ask for right now if you're a Gators fan after the hot start from the Bearcats as Piper subs into the game. Ben looking for that block. It's tipped up and in there by Asin as Straka will now run the point. Gets it over to Ben now. Ben back to Straka. Straka over the timeline to Piper. Ben to Endorf. Endorf to Straka. Piper on the drive. Gets it over to Endorf. Endorf has it blocked away. Gators looking to push pace on Straka. Draws the foul. And the shot will not go, but that will send Houston to the line shooting two.
Yeah, you have to give credit to the Navigators right here for keeping their composure, and they're trying to put, like I said, put a run together and stay in this game. They're not panicking, making crazy passes. They're taking what the defense is giving them, and they're capitalizing on it.
Yeah, again, great play by the Gators as there will be a timeout by the Bearcats, I believe, and we will go to break. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. And welcome back out of the timeout. Your Kearney Bearcats lead the Lincoln North Star Navigators 22-16. And I think I made a mistake. I said Houston was at the line. It's going to be actually Castor shooting. And he will drill the first, cutting the lead down to 5.
And you know, with these last 3 minutes before halftime, you want to see if the Bearcats can come up with a run to get the crowd back involved, back, you know, distracting the Navigators. You want to see them put a run together, get the crowd behind them, and finish strong before halftime.
Definitely do, as Weber will put up the 3, heavily contested, and he's fouled. Weber's going to head to the line shooting 3. Weber, a great free throw shooter. Not the person I'd want to foul if I was the Gators. But yeah, you're definitely right. Getting some momentum, getting some into halftime, it's great because it keeps the crowd engaged throughout the halftime, and then you can come out of the half. You've got that lead to work with as Weber will knock down his first. But yeah, got that lead to work with coming out of the half. Definitely changes your strategies. As Weber will knock down his second. Straka subs into the game for Carter Lee. And Weber will knock down all 3.
Yeah, that is a guy you do not want to foul.
Got to keep that in.
Three-pointers.
Yeah. We've seen it and won 4-point plays from Weber in the past as the Gators now looking at a scene, gets it over to Castor. And that's going to be a 3, no good, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Straka. Straka over to Weber, open 3. Bang! Jacob Weber for 3.
And this was the momentum shift we just talked about. You know, finding that person to change the momentum and get the crowd back behind them and get the team going.
And all of a sudden, that 4-point lead that the Navigators worked to cut down was quickly back up to 10, but a quick score there by the Gators gets it 28-20 now. 3 minutes left in the second period as Piper puts up a 3. And that won't go. And it's going to be off the hands of Straka. Piper, again, he doesn't shoot it a whole lot, but has made his 3-pointers. I think he's made a 3 in every game except for 1 this year. As big Turner Bertrand will sub into the game for Piper. And he gets a first rebound. Look for Turner Bertrand, the big man.
I like his game. He has great footwork. You know, you get the ball inserted to him in the paint, and you just let a guy like him go to work.
Great basketball player. And
That's
there it is.
Right there, yeah.
Great,
right
yeah.
There.
Great little move, get himself open. And Turner Bertrand getting his minutes worth. As Houston gets it over now. Gators on the perimeter. Gatwich looking to drive on Endorf. Gets it back outside, 3 ball, and that's gonna go. Castor gets the 3. And it will be a timeout by the Gators, I believe. Yeah, great little momentum shift there that you wanted for the Bearcats. Couple good plays. You see it up on the big screen right there as Turner Bertrand doing good inside as we see the Rowdies now getting excited. Great turnout tonight. And it truly helps these players, I believe. They play better at home.
Yeah, they come out with a little extra fire and enthusiasm when they have, the support of the community and the Rowdies. You definitely will come out with an extra bit, a little extra fire.
Oh, for sure. I think it helps any sport. Momentum, excitement, it just gets that adrenaline pumping, and you just play better, I feel like. As it will be Bearcat basketball, Johnson will be on the inbound. And he inbounds it to Lee. 2:07 remaining in this first half. Lee looking, gets it to Bertrand, back to Lee. Lee gets it over to Johnson to the top of the key. Johnson to Lee, back to Johnson. Now Johnson on the dribble, gets it inside to Endorf. Endorf on the drive, spinning, and he's gonna draw a foul. and go to the line and shoot two. Great footwork there by the big man, Endorf.
And what you see with that ball movement right there, the Bearcats were trying to find a way to create a mismatch. They had a couple inside the paint. The Navigators just switched off real quick. So just keeping that ball movement going, and then you just pass until you get the open guy.
Yeah, great ball movement. And we've seen that a lot throughout this season as Endorf will knock it down. Great free throw shooting from the Bearcats tonight. Bearcats lead 31-23, 1:44 left in the half. And Endorf's got it. 32-23. Endorf knocks both free throws home. Castor bringing the ball up for the Gators. Gets it over to Houston. Houston, deep pass, contested by Weber. He had his hands on it, but great defense, great hustle there by Weber to knock it away. Fowler inbounds it to Castor. Looks at the step back, gets it over to Asin, gets it inside. Gatwich looking to do something, drives in on Endorf. He's been getting some points in the paint.
Nice help defense, not good enough as they still get the bucket.
Gators have been raking some really tough buckets here. Everything's been contested as Johnson brings it up the court, gets it over to Endorf. Endorf spinning, backdoor cut, tried to get it to Straka and then back over to Bertrand. Gators moving quick here, and Gowich puts it in.
Couldn't capitalize on the backdoor slip right there. Block shot, and then Navigators come back and cut the lead.
32-27, Bearcat lead. 30 seconds remaining. 7-second differential between shot and game clock. Gets it to Bertrand. Bertrand to Weber. Weber puts up a three. He's got it! Yes, sir! Jacob Weber. That's another big three there. 14 points on the night for him.
And you needed that shot before you go into halftime.
That's a great shot as shot clock is dark. 10 seconds on the clock. Gators looking to run it down now. As Castor puts up the shot before the half. And no. The game clock will go dark. Bearcats lead 35-27 against the Lincoln North Star Gators here on Kearney Tackle Cancers Night. Great first half of basketball.
Very good first half of basketball. I mean, you've seen these two teams fight it out. The Gators, they're staying in the game. They're clawing away. You know, they're creating their little small opportunities and making it a game.
Not letting the Bearcats run away with this. We'll be back after halftime as you are watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. I got it. I got it. Hello and welcome back to the Kearney High School. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Halftime score 35-27 in favor of your Bearcats. Asher, we saw your dance. Looks good.
I'm tired. As I gotta fix the mic issue. Here we go. I'm tired.
You looked
a lot.
You looked good out there.
Yeah. Waking up at 4:45 a.m. like twice a week, I guess it paid off.
Yeah. And $1,000 half-court shot. Exciting stuff. So.
Hey, I will say we did get the loudest cheer of the night.
It's been an exciting day of basketball, starting with the girls' game, but now a great matchup shaping up to be here in the boys' game. What have you guys seen in that first half?
I haven't seen a whole lot of anything because I was gone in the second quarter, but I'll kick it over to you.
I would say, just like I said, winning that rebound battle. Bearcats showed that in the first half. They won in the rebound battle, transition defense.
Hello? I think, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There we go.
There we go. A little bit of mic issues there as we have some replays from the first half here up on the big board. It will be Gator basketball trailing the Bearcats by 8.
But going back to your question, the rebound battle, you know, and that transition scoring, that was the biggest difference in the first half. Now the second half, I want to see the consistency and just finishing the game.
Yeah, Bearcats just need a few more rebounds. Keep pounding the offensive rebounds, especially getting those second chance points, not letting the Gators stay in this game.
Yeah, this is the half where you want to put it away. You know, you're winning statistically with the rebounding and scoring and transition-wise.
As that three ball is Carter Lee bringing it up the court.
You can have play-by-play for now. I'm catching my breath.
All righty. As Lee gets it to Weber. Weber looking to drive. And he gets it to fall, showing he's not just a shooter. He can drive. He can score from anywhere.
Opening up a new bag to his game, posting up and backing a man down.
As they get it to Gatwich inside, trying to drive on Ben. And they're going to call foul on the floor. Oh, no, they're going to call travel. That's going to be a travel on Gatwich, and it will be Bearcat basketball leading by 10. As they get it to Lee now. Lee looking to cross the timeline, gets it across now. Lee gets it to Straka. Straka back to Lee. Lee surveys the defense, gets it to Endorf. Endorf gets to the top of the key.
Nice backdoor for the
No.
for the rebound.
Ben just not able to finish on that dunk.
Great setup and play right there. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Got his own rebound, but just not able to get it. Baronic looks a little disappointed there. Yeah, just his eyes got too big. He saw the open lane, looking to get another slam, but just a little bit off. As that free throw will go down for Gatwich. Cuts the lead by 9.
It will be Gatwich. No good on that free throw.
as I'm caught up in a lay. I don't know how that's possible, but that is no good by Asher Endorf. And that is 2 fouls? I think it's 2 fouls on the quarter.
It's going to be North Star's first foul as Endorf will go to the line, shooting 2.
As the first one is up and good for Asher Endorf. That extends the lead to 10. Second one on its way. That one is also good. Lead is 11 now.
Bearcats are white hot from the free throw line right now. Everything is falling for them.
As that's inside. Navigators trying to do something there. Down 11, but they do have a whole nother quarter to play, as that is rebounded by Ben Johnson.
And there's just great discipline right there by Ben to stay on his feet, not get the foul, cause a turnover.
As that will be a foul on Gatwich. Third foul. He's got 2 quick fouls in this quarter.
Yeah, Gatwich, 9 of the team's 28 points. Really good, diverse shooting here for the Gators. No one's running away with the scoring.
As that 3 ball is up and no good by Ben Johnson. Skip pass up over to Castor. Castor guarded by Straka. Weber now. Lee on defense. That's inside. Almost blocked back. But that will be Gatwich to score. Carter Lee pushing pace. What a pass to Colt Straka. Timeout by the Navigators.
Great pass inside there by the Bearcats as
now you saw a little bit of replay. That pass by Carter Lee. What a ball that was to Colt Straka for the easy layup.
saw the Bearcats come out of the half firing here with a couple quick baskets, trying to get some stops on defense, really keeping this Navigator team at bay.
Indeed. Now deficit is 11. Guys, what did I miss in the second quarter?
Missed some absolute great shooting by the Bearcats.
Oh.
A poster jam by Ben Johnson.
Oh, come on. The one quarter I miss. That's upsetting, but that's part of the game, I guess.
One thing that's not upsetting is this 11-point lead for the Bearcats.
Yes, indeed. As I believe it'll be Navigators' ball. Straka's going to show a little bit of pressure on Castor, but he will back off. Shook his head. He's like, why are you standing here? But Castor to dribble it up for the Navigators. Down 11. Needs to find something. Tries to get it a little finger roll. No good. Asher Endorf trapped with it now. Over to Lee. Lee skip pass across the court to Straka. Straka, ooh, little crossover inside. I told you pregame he was going to play with speed, and that is speed right there.
Nice coast to coast.
Almost. Or was it? I don't think it was.
No, it was almost.
It was about half court.
Yeah, half court.
Colt Straka, the soccer player, demonstrating his speed this game as the spin around shot will go for Houston.
The lead is 11. Piper has it now. Spin move, lost the handle on the ball. Over to Houston. Houston has it now. Kicks it over back to Houston. Top of the key, trying to run this Navigators offense. Trap doesn't work. They easily break out of it. Gets to the rim, blocked back by Asher Endorf.
Denied.
And Asher Endorf to dribble it up himself. Thought about the kick, kicks it back. Lee to Weber. Weber over to Lee, back to Weber. Weber deep 3 ball. No good. Asher Endorf has it. He has the rebound. Back to Lee. Lee wanted the 3 ball. Over to Straka. Straka doesn't shoot a whole lot of 3 balls. Over to Endorf. Endorf driving in. Thought about the floater. Will get the floater off, and that is good. The spinning moves that Endorf put on Fowler
Just he didn't know which way he was going.
This is one of the most dominant performances I have seen from a Bearcat in a while. And I mean, I've watched Ben drop 30 points. I've seen Weber just shoot lights out, but Asher Endorf dominating the boards, double digits in points, just great overall playing right now.
And Ben Johnson, Turner Bertrand will check in for the Bearcats. I'm still a little out of breath. I'm a little lightheaded.
Want me to take over play-by-play?
No, this is a good game. Or do I save my voice for when #1 Bell West comes to town tomorrow? That's going to be a fun one.
I think it was voted game of the week.
It is. Mike Stoddard from Omaha will travel all the way down here to Kearney for the game of the week. Should be a good one. Maybe storm the court, maybe even get Raising Cane's if the Bearcats win by 30. But Ben Johnson over to Lee, back to Ben Johnson, guarded by Houston. Houston pushing him back. Turner Bertrand sets the screen. Little fancy ball handling skills from Johnson, drives in, left-handed floater. He's right-handed, and he just made a left-handed shot.
Great, I mean.
Great movement.
Yeah, what else do you expect from Ben Johnson?
It was very good. But that 3-ball up and no good. Ben Johnson with the rebound. Another thing, Asher Endorf had 8 rebounds at the end of the first quarter. Is he double digits yet?
Oh, I think he's
Easily?
pushing 15 right now.
Oh my, as that will be a foul on the floor. 2:56 left. As Asher Endorf will check into the game. As it will be Ben Johnson to inbounds. I'm guessing it's gonna go to Colt Straka. I'm guessing, or not Straka, Carter Lee at the top of the half-court line.
And this is what we talked about coming out at halftime. The Bearcats keeping up the intensity, keeping their foot on the gas, you know, and increasing the score. They're not letting the Navigators get back in this game.
As that mid-range by Ben Johnson, no good, gets his own rebound, throws it back up, lost it, battled around. Asher Endorf comes up with it. That's just adding to his rebound. Gets swatted though. Holy cow. Got swatted by Will Schaefer. But now Houston has it now over in the corner, trying to get this offense. Kicks it inside, kicks it back over to Schaefer. Schaefer will shoot the 3-ball, no good. Tipped out by Endorf. Lee saves it behind the back over to Endorf. It's everyone's on the ground. Navigators will have it, 2:15 left. Shot clock resets, he drives in, kicks it back out to Schaefer. Schaefer didn't want to shoot 2 threes in a row. Stolen by Endorf, tipped away again. Saved. As he'll go into our Dance Cats. But now oh my goodness, this is fast paced. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Straka, jump ball. No, they'll call a foul on Houston. So it will be Bearcats ball, but not a jump ball, because that's a good thing, because then the possession error would go in favor of the Navigators. But now I think the Navigators are hinting at a little bit of a full court press. Maybe, maybe not. Throws it back to Ben Johnson. No, they switch to a 1-3 zone. That does force a lot of steals. They need the ball back, down 15. Math is hard. Over to Weber. Weber back to Lee. Lee lost it for a second, gets it back. Little 2-on-3 or 2-on-1. 3-ball by Weber, no good. Back to Endorf. Endorf by the end of this game, Endorf might be pushing triple digits. But
at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised.
Set a new school record if he could. Triple digits. That 3-ball is up and good.
Gators really needed that.
Down
They've been
12.
trying to find that three-pointer all night.
Down 12. Now inside to Endorf. Endorf skip pass. That is a bad pass by Endorf. He tried to force that a little bit. But now they're pushing pace. Castor gets the foul. Almost the and one. Almost got it to roll in the basket. But, oh my goodness, this is a fast-paced game. I need to breathe.
And the Gators aren't going away. We saw this last week with Lincoln East. Like, these Lincoln schools, they fight hard till the very end. We've seen it with the the couple that we've played this year. They're going to fight all the way to the end.
As that 3-ball is up and good. By, I believe that was Gatwich?
And that ball's on the ground again. Gets it up the court there to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to find an outlet. Gets it over to Houston now. Houston on the drive.
There's two
And-
Schaefers on this team.
And they're going to call a travel on Houston. The North Star fans that here cannot believe it.
36.3 left here in the third quarter. 35 on the shot clock. I think this is going to be the last shot of the quarter.
I think so. I think Boronic's probably got to play just for this, except Weber's just going to shoot it. No good.
Weber hasn't had the best of nights from behind the three-point arc, as that is loose. Shot clock is off, but they will force it. Oh, Weber! Weber missed the easy up and in.
And that's the second one that's happened like that tonight. You know, just getting an open backdoor slot pass and can't capitalize on those points right there.
As they will not get a shot off. Half court heave, it won't count, but almost hit our AD right in the face. As the Bearcats, 10-point lead heading into the fourth quarter, 47-37. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank, but we do have a little bit of a replay package here, if it will play. Now we have a little replay package. Weber, the easy up and in, 16 points on the night for him. Then that little nice bounce pass to Straka in the paint. And then Straka, the easy layup. And then Endorf, the mid-range floater.
Call him Dennis Rodman with the amount of rebounds he's getting right now for the Bearcats. Just pivotal in this game.
100%. As there are 15 seconds left in between the quarters. As I already mentioned it, 47-37, 10-point lead. Coming into the fourth quarter, what do the Bearcats need to do to try and maintain this lead?
I would say going back to the key points of the game, you know, sticking to the game plan, winning the rebounding battle, scoring, smart passes, not turning the ball over. But right here in these last 8 minutes, you want to see if your team is mentally strong enough to finish this game like this.
And the fundamentals. Don't go for any of those flashy shots. It's still only a 10-point game. 4-possession game, and the Navigators, they could easily get hot from behind the three-point line.
You want to stick with the basics. In a game like this, with a scrappy team who's not going away and they're going to fight and claw, you want to stay with the basics.
As Lee will bring it up. Little man defense. Straka has it now. They switch to a 2-3 zone trap. Weber thought about the three ball. Over to Asher Endorf. Back to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson surveying the defense. Over to Straka. 15 on the shot clock. Back over to Lee. Top of the key. Over to Endorf. Back to Straka. Straka, three ball. High arcing three ball. Short off the front iron. Rebounded by Houston. And now Navigators pushing. Back out to Houston. Skip past to Schaefer. Schaefer back over to Schaefer. Two Schaefers on this team. Back to Houston. Houston guarded by Straka. Back over to Schaefer. Thought about the three. Dribbles inside. Right-handed finish. Gets it to fall. 8-point game. Bearcats lead. This is getting a little tight, a little nervy.
Again, like the way the momentum has just swung, it feels like the Bearcats should be up by a lot, but the Gators just hanging in this game.
As Lee has it now. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Lee. Shot clock down to 10. Top of the key. Over to Struck. Over to Weber. Weber, three ball. Yes! That was a needed basket by Weber.
Huge three-pointer.
19 points. He's leading the scoring for the Bearcats, as that is a nice up and in by Schaefer.
This is what I just talked about. Again, it's not flashy. It's not crazy. It's not a highlight reel, but the Gators just getting it inside, getting it done inside, keeping themselves in this game.
They're sticking within their system, scrapping away, playing within their scheme. And right now, you know, it's not a big of a deal. As for them chipping away with two-pointers, you don't want to give up the three, especially right now. With them having a momentum like that, you don't want to give up the three-pointers. I will keep forcing them inside and guarding that three-point perimeter.
As Lee will have it now to Straka. Straka picked up his dribble, passes inside to Ben Johnson. Straka over to Endorf. Endorf goes baseline. Will get the foul. That's two quick fouls. with 6:07 left to play. This is where it could get interesting because 3 more fouls. If the Navigators can try and pull a little bit closer, make it like a 2, maybe 4-point game, it's going to come down to fouls and free throw shooting.
Yeah, and you can see that the Bearcats are trying to go to what they were doing earlier in the first quarter, which was drawing early fouls and taking advantage of the free throws where they're on fire from.
As that floater is up and good by Endorf. Houston has it now, leads back to 11, just under 6 minutes here, fourth quarter in Kearney. Now that Navigators trying to get their offense rolling, back to Houston. Houston over to Schaefer. Schaefer thought about the 3 ball. Don't want to shoot that over Ben Johnson. He's got some hops. But they'll kick it inside to Schaefer, back to Schaefer. Schaefer, a little pump fake, around the arm, easy layup. That's fundamentals right there. As Ben Johnson has it now, tipped away. Ben Johnson saves it. The 10-second clock should restart, but they do get across the timeline. No matter, I guess, if it was bad as that, layup is up and good by Endorf. He's got 18. Bearcats being led by Weber and Endorf. I will say, though, Ben Johnson's been a little bit quiet this game.
A little bit quiet, but he's hit the big shots when he's needed to, and he's got some pivotal rebounds. The 3 stars, I guess you could call them. I mean, everybody on this team has been a star, but the three playmakers per se, Endorf, Weber, and Johnson, all playing their part tonight.
As Houston a little shaken up before the free throw. Beranek just told Straka and Lee some game plans, some strategy. Ran over to the 3 big men of Ben Johnson, Jacob Weber, Asher Endorf, the notorious trio for Kearney High. As it will be Houston, he will shoot the free throw. Doesn't look too badly injured. As the first one up and no good.
Huge free throw right there. They needed that.
Indeed, they did. Second one to bring the scoring within 10 with 5:13 left. As that is up and also no good. Rebounded by Endorf. I believe if my math is correct, that's 20 rebounds on the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he has 15 to 20 rebounds.
And
This is what you want to see if you're a Kearney fan.
yeah, now over to Straka, inside to Lee, back to Johnson. Johnson wanted it to Weber. Now he gets it to Weber. Weber, 3 ball! Oh my goodness! 14-point lead in favor of the Bearcats.
And then going back to what I said earlier, he finds his hot spot on either side of that corner, and it's going to be a long night.
He's got 22 on the night. Almost 50% of the Bearcats scoring. Now Endorf inside floater, air ball. Rebounded by the Navigators. Houston pushing pace, guarded by Lee. Gets the layup to fall. Now 4:20 left. And it will be a skip pass by Ben Johnson. Beranek isn't too happy about that.
You don't need a pass like that with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. It's fundamentals. We've been harping on that all game. It's one of those passes you don't need an out of control pass. Sorry.
He wasn't getting that pressed.
Yeah.
And he just, like, football heaved it.
Yep.
But there will be a timeout on the floor. 12-point game. 4:15 left. We're going to stay right here. 4:15 left. How can the Bearcats try and, like, capitalize, maybe even extend their lead here?
I think they just really need to keep feeding who's hot. I mean, Endorf's been great getting inside the paint. Weber's been shooting the 3 well. I mean, you don't want to rush the shot because there is 4 minutes left. I mean, you can shoot quick, but I mean, you just want to take high percentage shots. So feeding who's hot will help you get to that point.
Also other than feeding who's hot, you want to stick with being composed. Keep your composure. With the press, you don't want to turn the ball over.
Indeed, 15 seconds left here with the timeout. 4:15 left in the game. And I'm laughing at our radio guy, Austin Jacobson, dancing. But, it works.
We love it when the pep band's here.
They will be here tomorrow when number 1 Bell West comes to town to face the Bearcats' tough away arena I think I've said that probably at least 100 times today, but it truly is. But it will be the Navigators to inbounds it.
And if I'm the Bearcats right here, we get a rebound. There's no need to rush and make a shot. You know, you
Use
have
the entire
clock.
shot
Use
clock.
the clock. Use the clock.
As that hit Castor right in the face, but that's over to Fowler. Fowler lefty, no good. Rebounded by Straka. Straka hits the deck. That'll be a jump ball. It will be Bearcats ball with 3:55 left.
As we have the same issue we had last week. Can't sweep up the floor.
I guess. We've been having scoreboard issues. If we look to our right, that scoreboard has been frozen multiple times tonight. During the girls' game, it was frozen, and it said 22-11 when the score was 35-22, which I thought was very funny. But Lee, now to get it going for the Bearcats, needs to get across the timeline. He will. Full court press. Ben Johnson pump fake over to Weber. Weber, he likes the corner.
There he is.
Yes!
Magic
Oh
put the
my
game away.
gosh! He's got 25 on the night, Weber.
And going back to what you said there, like not rushing the shot. You saw Ben take an extra dribble. You saw him kick it back over after he drove a little bit to Weber. And Weber take an extra dribble, just adding a little bit more time, chewing off that clock.
As now Schaefer has it over to Fowler. Fowler looking for something to do. 10 on the shot clock. That three ball up and no good. Rebounded by Straka. Straka outlet to Ben Johnson. Will go under 3 minutes as Lee has it. Lee out to Weber. Weber three ball. Oh my gosh!
He's on fire.
Oh my goodness! He cannot miss. Oh my
Like we said
goodness!
earlier, you get him hot in this hot spot, it's going to be a tough night.
28 on the night. That just extended the Bearcats' lead to 18. Oh my goodness.
This has just been a masterclass from Jacob Weber. And you know what? It's crazy to even say that because he had 9 3-pointers against Lincoln High. He had 9 3-pointers against Norfolk. And I don't know where he's at right now, but he's got to be closing in. And that 9 3 season, or 9 3-pointers in a game, is the school record.
That he broke. Or tied. Is it
Broke.
tied?
He broke it.
Broke, yes.
Broke it and then tied it himself
Twice.
And he's a sophomore.
And he's still got 2 more years. As we have 53 left. I wish we had a camera on me when Weber made that three ball. I was hopping up and down. Oh my goodness, I was hyped.
We get excited up here in the booth.
Not really a booth, we're up in the concourse. But it will be the Navigators to inbounds. I think it's a little bit out of reach for the Navigators. Down 18, 2:50 left.
How about the defense from Jacob Weber tonight as well? You know, getting out there, getting his hand in the guy's face, causing distraction, helping out with turnovers.
As that will be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Navigators. 2:37 left in the game.
He's played an all-around game tonight.
Yeah, Weber just being an absolute, I don't even know, great player on the
Three-point
court.
shooting menace.
Doing it all for the Bearcats.
As it will be the Navigators to inbounds it. Looking at the defense, I have a feeling that they're going to pass it to Schaefer. Bottom left of your screen. No, they won't. As Navigators, 25 on the shot clock. Over to Castor. Castor, three ball, no good. That will go in the way of the Bearcats. 2:30 left in the game. 18-point lead. Ben Johnson to inbounds it. Full court trap. Full court press by the Navigators. As Carter Lee over to Ben Johnson. 2 fouls on the night. as that will be a foul. 2 fouls on Castor. Two more fouls, then the Bearcats will be shooting free throws. As Carter Lee has it now, skip past to Weber, smoked our cameraman right in the face.
Yeah, those backdoor passes just haven't been open for the Bearcats tonight. You know, they had 2 missed layups on that and now a turnover.
They've had their chances with it, too. I mean, the Gators are playing great defense, trying to defend that backdoor pass, but a couple missed shots from the Bearcats that really should have gone in, as Johnson will get the rebound there.
Johnson to dribble it up for the Bearcats. Passes over to Straka, inside to Endorf, over to Lee. Lee, 3-ball, no good. Ben Johnson came flying in for the rebound.
Seemed a little rushed there. I mean, Lee was wide open, though. I don't hate the shot.
Would have sent this crowd crazy. 1:30 left. This game, I think it's over.
Yeah, it's looking more and more out of reach.
Navigators are in a dry spell. They haven't scored for 4 minutes of the 4th quarter. But that will send Jordan Castor to the line. First one, no good.
Piper will sub back into the game.
I think, Veronica, you're going to see some subs that maybe from the JV level, maybe the varsity level that don't quite get as many minutes as that is up and good by Castor. Rolls around the rim. Full court trap, though. Ben Johnson needs to inbounds it over to Lee. Lee trapped in the corner. Back over to Johnson, over to Endorf. They break the trap. Struggle a little bit, over to Piper. Piper thought about the 3-ball. We all wanted him to shoot it. Now to Ben Johnson, over to Endorf, over to Lee. No one will shoot the 3-ball. That's what I'm really hoping for. Make it a 20-point game. But no, Asher Endorf has it now. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Lee. Lee driving inside. Backdoor pass again. Then tried to be saved by Straka. You're right about the backdoor pass not really working.
No, it's not there tonight.
It's been there a couple times, but it's kind of...
Yeah, you just can't capitalize, you know, it happens. It happens in basketball. It's just one of those nights where the play is there and it's not happening.
Got to play to your strengths for sure.
As Fowler will shoot the 3-ball. That's up and good. And that will be a timeout by the Navigators. 56.1 will stay right here. 56.1 left. Bearcats lead by, oh, math is hard.
14.
That's what I thought. Can you believe I took pre-calc last term? It's not showing. But, you know, it works.
And you have to like the fight in the heart of North Star. They're not giving up, even though, you know, this game is over with. They're still fighting. You have to respect the team like that.
Got it, yep, for sure. Play to the end, play to the whistle, but it's not going to quite get it done tonight for the Gators, but got to respect the effort that they put forth. They played a great game.
And speaking of great, it was a great team basketball, I feel like, for the Bearcats. You know, guys coming off the bench, contributing to the game, the enthusiasm off the bench, Coach Moronic, keeping the crowd involved, and a great night for good basketball.
As we're getting ready to resume play, 56.1 left in the game. If the Navigators hit a couple shots, this game is far from over. As they're showing a full court trap. Bearcats can't get it inbounds. They inbounds it to Endorf, and Endorf will not go to the line. That's their 4th foul, so one more. 2 seconds ticked off the clock, and I think the Navigators, they're going to try and force the Bearcats to win this game at the line.
Yeah, that was their last foul to give, and they're going to foul Endorf.
Endorf again.
We talked about it. Not someone you want to foul if you're the Gators, but...
Endorf will go to the line. He has 18 on the night. Bearcats led by Jacob Weber's 28, followed by Ben Johnson's 9 points. Asher Endorf, first one up and good. 53 left. They managed to get 1.7 ticked off.
Dare I say it? I don't believe the Bearcats have missed a free throw tonight. I'm trying to remember back to the first
They have
quarter if
not.
they missed one.
Nope,
I don't
nope.
think they did.
They've hit all their free throws.
As that 3-ball by Schaefer is no good. Rebounded by Schaefer down in the post. Tries to kick it back out, kicks it back to Schaefer. Schaefer, they got to shoot the 3-ball. They got to try and come back. As Schaefer, easy up and in. I think we should yell at Beranek so then they can score more, win by 30. We want Canes.
Maybe the free Canes.
Free Canes.
As that's stolen away there by the Gators, looking to push pace. Caster pulls it up from the
No
mid-range.
good.
No good, and another rebound.
That'll send Endorf to the line.
You know, and just looking at the grit and, you know, the hustle of North Star, like we said earlier, they're not giving up. They're going to play until the clock shows zeros, and you got to like that about a team.
And we're all watching Endorf's 2 free throws with anticipation because Hewitt's last comment.
This could be my first announcer curse, to be honest.
I've done plenty of those, my friend. First
Nah,
one, good.
nah.
Good.
Endorf's
good.
good. No, no. We,
Don't say
curse,
that.
curse,
Don't say
curse
that.
or
No,
not.
no,
Endorf's
no.
got it.
No. You're muted. You cannot say that. Yes, it's good. They will keep the perfect record. North Star, do not foul. Please do not foul. I do not want them to go back to the line and shoot 2.
Asher Endorf has ice in his veins.
As that will be up and good, or not good, as that will go to Weber. Weber will dribble it out. Your Kearney High School Bearcats will improve to 10-3 on the year, while the Navigators will fall to a 500 record, 6-6. Guys, any post-game thoughts?
Like I said, coming out of halftime, Bearcats had to find a way to finish, and they did that. Jacob Weber came up clutch with some threes, got some turnovers, and they won a rebound battle. We've been preaching on that. We've been saying that since pregame, you know, and they capitalized on that, and it showed in the results of the game.
I think really the Bearcats did a good job getting everybody involved tonight. I mean, the Bearcats went into this game, or the Gators, they shut down Ben Johnson. He was less than 10 points this game, but Jacob Weber, Asher Endorf put the team on their back tonight. Dennis Rodman, I mean, Asher Endorf, they got the same amount of rebounds. This is crazy. And then Jacob Weber, the Steph Curry, just shooting from all around the court and then playing great defense as well.
As we had a little bit of a replay package showing on your screen right now. One heck of a game here in Kearney. Tomorrow we'll be back, 4:15. Bell West versus Kearney. Girls game 4:15. Boys game, let's see, 5:50.
6 o'clock, I think.
6. So we'll just see you tomorrow. We're signing off here from Kearney. Asher Salisbury, Hewitt Moyer, Will Bates. We'll see you tomorrow when #1 Bell West comes to town. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.